So are you overwhelmed with all of the YouTube gurus out there? I watch about 10 to 15 gurus. They're all making 6, 7, 8-figure incomes from their social media business, most of it on YouTube and some other endeavors. In this video, I want to help you navigate the guru rocky waters. That's what I call it, the rocky waters, and avoid some of the mistakes I made in listening to these gurus. Hi, this is Old Mike, Old Me, Living Better. If you haven't heard my motto yet, it's if you ain't dead, you ain't done. That's right, I started my YouTube channel at 80 years old. In September of 2024, I've got 29,000 subscribers. I got monetized in 9 weeks. And guess what? I never bought a course. I never bought a program. I never had a coaching call. I listened to hundreds and hundreds of videos. Early on, I made a lot of mistakes in watching the gurus. Now, I got a lot out of watching them, but I also made a lot of mistakes. So I'm going to share with you 3 or 4 things in this video. At the end of the video, I'm going to suggest 3 gurus to watch that I watch all the time that I think are authentic and real. But what was the biggest mistake I made? It's real simple. I didn't stay in my own lane. Essentially, there are 3 general areas of YouTube creators, 3 types of YouTube creators. One is full-time. You're in it to make a business. You're in it to make money. The second kind of creator is part-time. Maybe it's a side hustle. Money isn't your biggest object. And third is hobby or legacy, and you don't care about money. My lane is number 2. I'm in the 4th quarter of my life, between 70 and 90 years old. My lane is real simple. I'm a part-time YouTuber with a side hustle. I've been making some money on my channel, and that's really fine, but that never was my motivation. My mistake was in watching a lot of these videos from the gurus. I thought to be successful, I had to implement all of the things that they were doing. So let me tell you some of the things that I tried to do, that I saw all these other people doing. Here they are. Mailing lists, landing pages, funnels, memberships, digital products, websites. I mean, a whole list of things. This is only a partial list. I wasted so much time. Matter of fact, I've got a really healthy mailing list, and I've never mailed to it yet. A lot of you that are listening to this are probably, hey, where's old Mike's email that he promised to send me? Well, I haven't had the time to produce the content and to set up the pages and to set up all the back-end stuff that it takes. I got out of my lane pretty early in creating my YouTube channel. I was tempted by all of the different things that these people were doing, not realizing that all of those things take time to do. All of them have a learning curve. Some of them may fit your goals and some of them may not. Now, to be clear, there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube and making YouTube a business. It's part of what a lot of people in that first lane do. The first lane is you're into YouTube, you want to create a channel that makes you money. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of gurus out there that'll want to tell you how to do just that. But I don't know, for the rest of us that are not as interested in making 6, 7, and 8-figure incomes, or you're older and later in life like I am, or you don't have the time to devote full time to this. It takes a lot of work to do a full-time YouTube channel and create a business out of it. So if you have some of those restrictions, then it's important to understand and put in context what you're hearing from the big named gurus. Bottom line, the YouTube gurus all cover the same thing. And I want to share with you what those same things are. Here they are. You'll find this in almost every video or every 2 or 3 videos. These are the things they're covering, the gurus. Here they are. Mindset, storytelling, trends, great content for your viewer, how to make money, how to get monetized, and here's the kicker. They want you to buy their book, buy their course, buy their coaching, or buy into their membership community. Now, I'm not saying that to rag on these people. More power to them for creating a business. And as a matter of fact, depending on your circumstance, if you're in lane 1 and you want to create a full-time YouTube business and make money with it, you probably need to listen to these gurus, and you need to maybe buy 1 or 2 of their courses. Get their information, take up their coaching, invest in your lane. Invest in your lane. Now, one of my favorite, I've got 3 favorite gurus. One of them is Rory and AJ Vaden. They just published this great book. I really recommend you get the book. Matter of fact, I read a lot of the books from these folks. Brendan Kane, Hook Point, well worth reading. You need to read that book. These 3 books are all about audience. Pat Flynn, super fans, been around for a while, but man, I love Pat and love what he does. But if you watch any of their videos, they're going to be upselling. They're going to be wanting you to buy their programs and things. Buy their books, read their books. So, in Wealthy and Well-Known, I bought a pre-order of the book, which included a free 1-hour Zoom call. Now, I found out once I got the book that there's a QR code. If you buy the book and you get the hardback version, it's not cheap. I think it's like 27 bucks. I don't know, something like that. You buy the book, you can scan that QR code and you can get a 1-hour free consultation or interview with somebody from Brand Builders. As a matter of fact, I love it. I took advantage of it, and I had a 1-hour Zoom call with Allison Hare. Here she is, delightful lady. I'm going to guess that I was probably the oldest person that she's ever talked to on a Zoom call for Brand Builders. I don't know, I may be wrong. It was a great call. The first 30 minutes, and she had taken the time to look at my YouTube channel, and she knew a little bit about me. We got on the call, and she had some insights that were helpful. That first half hour was really great in sharing back and forth, and I appreciated that very much. She's a delightful lady. The last half hour, however, she moved into sharing all of the details and advantage of getting involved in the brand building program. Well, the bottom line was real simple. You can join the brand building program for $15,000. Whoa, I can buy a car for 15 grand. On the other hand, if I'm trying to replace a salary, I got fired, or I'm trying to make a business out of my YouTube channel or social media presence, 15 grand may seem pretty cheap. So upselling or selling a product is not new. It's something that everybody does that's in business to make money. And I don't fault people for doing that. I think that's fine. And I enjoyed my call with Allison. I don't think I'll be signing up for the Brand Builder program, however. But I do recommend you buy the book and read it. It's a fabulous book. It's one of the best books on reaching audience and how to reach audience and why you need to reach your audience. I love the book. But I don't need to pay 15 grand for where I am as a part-time YouTuber. So why in the world do I watch some of these gurus? Well, here's the answer. And it's really helped me. I watch these gurus to learn the best practices for my lane. Let me say it again. I watch these YouTube gurus to pick up little nuggets. Sometimes I'll watch an hour and a half video by one of the gurus that I really love, and there may be one or two little tidbits in that hour and a half video that applies to my lane, applies to a part-time YouTuber that's not concerned about making money. That's me. There may be 2 or 3 tidbits. Those tidbits, that best practice tidbit, I can apply to my lane. So for me, and maybe for you, if you're in my lane, you're doing it part-time and you're doing it as a side hustle, learn the best practices from the gurus. If you're in that first lane and you're trying to build a business, then you'll want to implement a lot of the things that the gurus are suggesting that you do. You may want to buy their courses and all. But I think the best way to approach gurus is to understand that they're all saying the same thing. They may have their own 3 or 4 or 5 steps, their own particular course, their own particular coaching style. But you know, there's only so many elements to doing a YouTube channel. Once you learn how to do a video and put one up on your channel and do the mechanics of a YouTube video, then everything else should fall into place if you apply best practices. I happen to love my audience. I cherish my audience. They mean so much to me. Here's how I kind of look at my audience. I don't look at them as dollar signs or future clients or people that are going to buy my products. If I can make a difference in one life, then my channel would have been a success. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Mordecai Ham. Some of you may have. Nobody knows who Mordecai Ham is. But if I mention the name Billy Graham, you probably know who Mordecai Ham is. Mordecai Ham was the evangelist who was preaching one day when Billy Graham, as a young man, was in that meeting. Billy Graham went forward, received the Lord as his Savior, and now everybody knows who Billy Graham is. Whether you agree or disagree with him, that's not the point of this video. The point is that Mordecai Ham was faithful in doing what he was doing. You never know who's watching your video. You may say something or encourage or inspire someone in your video. They'll make a life change. They will be encouraged or inspired. Their entire life may be affected by your one video. Oh, I love that. I love the idea that every time I do a video, there may be 2 or 3 people that are going to be affected in such a positive way that their life will be better. Remember, part of my theme is old me living better, and then I usually add on, you can live better at any age. And I hope that every video communicates the idea that you can live better at any age. So the 3 people I want to recommend, I'll put links to the books I've mentioned, I'll put links to these 3 gurus. It's Rob the Maritimer, Kevin Colby, and Ty Myers. Rob the Maritimer, Kevin Colby, and Ty Myers. What I love these guys. Now, you know, they're not at the level of the 7- and 8-figure incomes, at least I don't think they are. And, you know, they don't have a staff of 25 or 30 like some of the big gurus do. But these guys are authentic. They're real. I love Rob the Maritimer. I mean, he's the most delightful guy to listen to. Whenever he puts a a video out, man, I'll listen. I don't care what he talks about, I'll listen to it. I always get something from listening to Rob. He's got great live streams. Kevin Colby is my hero. If I could have been like Kevin Colby with long hair and everything, I would have done that. But I got a long beard, though. I love Kevin, though. He's real. He's authentic. He's not hyping and pitching. And none of these guys are hyping and pitching. Now, they've all got... I think they all do coaching. They may have all products and whatever that you can sign up for. I know Rob and Ty have a free membership community. But, they're not always upselling you in every video. They're not telling you how they made $30,000 in one day, how you can make $30,000 in a year. No, they're not doing that. There's a sense of authenticity there that really speaks to my core at my age. Ty has some of the best content, in my opinion, on YouTube for a new YouTube creator. Let me say it again. Ty Myers has some of the best how-to, step-by-step guides on how to start a YouTube channel and how to run it on all of YouTube. I recommend him all the time. I recommend you go get involved with it in his group. I'm a part of that free group. But Ty is great. So these are the three gurus I recommend you go check out. Rob the Maritimer, Kevin Colby, Hippie Kevin, and Ty Myers, okay? So let me summarize this video for you. Here it is. Figure out your lane. Stay in it. Stay in your lane. Don't fall for the hype. Find the best practices in any guru that you watch and apply it to your lane. I hope you're encouraged today. I hope if you're a new YouTube creator, I wish you the best of it. It's a wonderful adventure. I've enjoyed doing it. This is old Mike, old me, living better. If you ain't dead, you ain't done, and you can live better every day. And I hope today you're going to live better, all right? Have a great day. I'll see you next time.